Hello, friends. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I want to talk to you about a couple things that have made a big difference in my own Optavia coaching journey. We're going to talk a little bit about your pond, your energy, and new, plus a touch on edge. Your pond is a small circle of influence. Energy is the excitement that you bring to the table. New is what we always are striving for with friends, clients, and coaches. And hopefully you're familiar with Edge. If not, make sure to talk to your mentorship coach. Years ago, someone gave me this great visual. When we first start coaching, we have a small circle of influence that's our close friends, our family, and maybe a small group of Facebook friends. But when we've had a big transformation or we're excited about a new business, we have what I'd like to call the wow factor. That excitement can spark movement in your business really fast. But over time, that excitement can settle. We move from being excited to just doing the work. And sometimes that small circle starts to feel like it's running dry. And just like a real pond, it can get overfished quickly. If we only fish in the same little pond, we run out of people to talk to. But what happens when you start making new friends, building new relationships? You move to a lake. So, which do you prefer to be available to you? A pond or a lake? Who here thinks fishing in a lake sounds better than fishing in a pond, right? And then what about going out and networking and living life, just being out in the world and talking to people? Maybe it's as simple as saying, "You seem like a pretty amazing human. Are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect." And boom, you just moved into the sea. And when you start asking for referrals or meeting friends or friends of friends, you're not you're now in the ocean, and the possibilities are infinite. Next, let's visit about your energy. Let's take a moment to really ask, are you just as excited today as when you first started seeing your results? How do people feel when they're around you? What are they picking up from your Facebook posts, from your comments, from your tone, and when you go live on Facebook and in real life? Funny story here. Kevin and I love to dance. One time when we were walking off the dance floor, we had a lady ask, "What planet are you two from?" We were a little bit confused and said, "What?" She said, "You two have an energy that I have never seen. And you just work together, dance together, and flow together so well." And we had a great conversation over that. And we got connected. We have a lot of stories such as this, and not just about us dancing. Although dancing and dance lessons are a great way to get out and meet amazing people. Do you have people ask, "What planet are you from?" So let's move on to the word new. Yes, new friends, new clients, new coaches. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't about forgetting anyone. It's so important to stay in relationship with old friends, with inactive or current clients that are not engaged with you, and with inactive coaches. Love them, stay connected, be of service, but please stop trying to drag them. That's not our job. We just love people. Now, Mel Robbins talks about this in her book, Let Them. There's a chapter about trying to make people do what we want and how it doesn't work. It creates distance. It can even hurt the relationship. We're better off loving them, letting them be, and just doing our own thing. That reminds me of something that Brian Drollinger once said, "I'm going to do this with or without you. Just thought I'd ask if you want to come along." That was such an eye-opener for me and such a great example. And that mindset leads perfectly into the next key idea about the word new. Every month, our volume drops a little bit. That's just how it works. People pause, events happen, life happens, or they transition and move into optimization and have smaller orders. So if we want to grow or even maintain our current volume, we've got to keep adding new friends, new clients, new coaches. Isn't that our mission anyway? To spread health? Well, when we bring new people in, we don't do it all alone. We use the system. What does that look like? For friends, invite them into a conversation, strengthen a relationship, bring down the high wall that Dave talks about with quality questions and interest in who they are, how they are, and what they want in life. Bridge the gap until your exuberance and energy inspires them to ask you about it. That's what creates new. For clients, plug them into My Path to Health modules, Win Zooms, Monday nights, Let's Talk Zooms, the Client Success Facebook groups, Client Check-in Zooms, the Conscious Leadership Forums, and my personal favorite, boom, Habit Finder Health. For coaches, it's all about the previous tools that I just mentioned, because we're always clients first. Plus, add in mentorship Zooms, personal development books, events and trainings, Team Time, Team Brave, the Coach Hub, and yes, again, boom, Habit Finder Health. Let the system do the heavy lifting. We help them get started. We do it for them, then we do it with them, and eventually they do it for themselves. That's when real growth happens. They take ownership of their journey, whether as a client or in their health as a coach. Integration is key. That is what keeps us healthy for life. Now let's picture a funnel. This is something I think Dan Bell actually placed in my brain quite a while ago. At the top of the funnel are all the people you're in relationship with. Those you've talked about health with. How many people do you have around the top of your funnel? One or two or hundreds? The more people that you are talking to, the better. Now imagine putting your hands on either side of that funnel and shaking it. Who's going to hold tight with their not yet mindset? And who's ready to slide right into becoming a client? That shaking motion, that's your follow-up. What does your follow-up look like? Is it consistent? Is it personal? Is it structured? And don't forget to keep adding new people to the top of your funnel. Keep going, keep loving people, keep sharing from your heart. We can't control when someone's ready, but we sure can be ready when someone's ready. And here's the truth. One person will not make or break your business. Stop focusing on only one. Share the love. Let's wrap this up by talking just a little bit about our edge actions. So, close your eyes and see a gear. Can you see how all of the cogs fit together and how it creates amazing motion, which sets the other gears in motion and it becomes an incredible movement? That is what edge does. Are you skipping pieces of the action? What happens if there is a broken cog in that set of gears? It crashes. It doesn't flow. Again, is the system broken, or are we not showing up and using the simple tools, the simple system that has been written out for you and for me? What are the edge actions? We connect and build relationships with 3 people a day, building a bridge, loving them and awakening them. We inspire questions about health and awaken them to our Facebook too, so that they can see our posts. We post 3 times on Facebook a day, real life health recipes, transformation stories, our health journey updates, personal development, living and loving life. Guess what? When you connect on Facebook, that first thing that we did with Edge and do the social thing like commenting and messengering them. Is that a real word? Messengering? Anyways, Facebook sees the relationship and your friends are more likely to see your Facebook stuff. Do you know that the less active that you are on Facebook, the less that Facebook shows your stuff? You can get to where only 5 of your friends might see your stuff. Social media is for social people, and it can be compound interest in your business, but that's a whole other conversation. Next, we add 3 new friends a day and build those relationships and stirring the pot so that they see that we are healthy and that we are health coaches. And next, we invite others to coach with us. This does not have to be clients. Since I started making myself do this every day, I am having the most fun with this action. Did I want to do it? No, it's scary and uncomfortable. Just saying. Did I make myself? Heck yeah. I am not missing a cog in the system. Do you know when you tell someone that they are amazing and you see that spirit of an entrepreneur in them, and have they ever thought about owning their own business and helping others thrive in life? That they are not offended? I have found that some say no, some say, let me think about it. And if you are in person, they usually feel very complimented and they actually light up. And the really fun one is when they say, I've been meaning to talk to you about what you do for my health. And you move into a health evaluation, but do not hold on to them saying yes now. We attend weekly trainings. This one is another one that I have a visual for. When you attend things as a client or attend trainings as a coach, are you filling yourself up? I think of a beautiful teacup for me. Men, you can have a Stein or a heavy duty mug. But when I fill up that cup, most generally, I'm not pouring out of that cup for others. I'm actually coaching and inspiring and connecting from the overflowing of that cup. I want that cup overflowing. That is the energy. That's the energy thing that we talked about earlier. It's a living, flowing thing. I fill myself up with all of this stuff, and the overflowing is what I coach from. And then, of course, the last one is committing to our health. This creates the energy to inspire others. So stay in motion, keep building, keep fishing in bigger waters, keep sharing with energy and excitement. Do all the simple steps and remember to always seek new. Thank you so much for letting me share. Let's go out there and keep inspiring health together.